Oh man. Well, what's good, everybody? It's your girl KG Productions, your versatile female producer, and I'm here with a beat breakdown. Look, in this video, I'm gonna go through all of the sounds I used to make this beat. I'm gonna talk about the little bit of effects and editing I did to each sound. I'm not really gonna get into any mixing and mastering because I did not really master this beat. I did a little bit of mixing just to blend the sound to make it sound good for you guys. I'll mix and master it later, and then maybe I'll make a video about that. But for today, we're doing a beat breakdown. Y'all ready? All right, let's get it. This beat I used quite a few samples. For the record, I got I got all my samples from Splice.com. Splice is a website that I use to get all my royalty-free samples. It's pretty much like you get a subscription and they give you a certain amount of credits, and you use the credits to basically buy the samples. It's fire. But if you want more information about Splice.com, let me know, and I'll make a video about that, because I ain't really into keeping secrets. A lot of producers keep secrets. They don't want people to know where they getting their stuff from, blah, blah, blah. I'm not like that. We gonna all eat. We gonna all get money together. But anyway, so let's get into the first sample. I split this sample up into two parts. This first half has a bass line, and then it has a second part to the sample that didn't have a bass line. So I was like, I can use the part with the bass line for the hook, part without the bass line, this part right here, for the verse. And it worked out good for me. It literally sounded perfect the way it was, so I didn't have to add any effects. I didn't even have to alter the volume. So these are the two samples. This is with the bass line. And this is without. Okay, so the next thing I did was, I was like, I need something to kind of enhance the melody of the sample. So I was like, going through sounds, and I was like, a bell would be perfect. And I actually got this sound from this free VST that I found on YouTube, Synth Master Player. It got a lot of awesome sounds in here, and you don't have to do anything to them. You don't have to add any effects. Like, the sounds in here sound very, very good. So if you look, I didn't have to do anything but just turn the volume down some. I did actually go in and I set the velocity of each note exactly the same. And I did that by just pressing Control A to highlight all of it. And then if you hold Alt and use your scroll wheel on your mouse, you can turn all of them up or all of them down, set them where you want it to be. Alright, so after I had the bell, I was like, okay, I need some chords. One thing about me is I'm going to always have some type of chords in all of my beats. I like to stack my sounds. It's just kind of like how I like to make my beats. So, I mean, even though the sample don't need any chords, like the sample's perfect by itself, Especially since I added the bell. I still personally felt like it needed chords. And these are chords by itself. And I got these chords from this free plugin. It's called Surge XT, and this one is my favorite. I also found this on YouTube. This one here is definitely my favorite. Like, the sounds in here, top tier, 100%. Shout out to the makers of this VST. I don't know them. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just want to let it be known. These sounds in here are awesome. The chords that I have for it is very simple. Very simple. Alright, so you got like a C minor, a G sus, a A flat, and a F minor. Nothing too much. Just to complement what was going on in the sample already. Alright, so now that we got the chords, we got the bell, we got the sample going, you would think, must be finished, huh? Well, not exactly. I always add some type of vocals. That's another thing that I do. So, two things we learned today. KG is going to always have chords, and KG is going to always have some type of vocal sample. That's just, I don't care what genre of music I'm making, I'm going to always have it. It's just my thing. It's just my thing, guys. Alright, so let's hit this vocal sample. I'll play it with the sample and the chords. Well, let's put the bell in too. Why not? Oh my God. So beautiful. Alright, let me play it by itself. This is like my favorite part of the beat. Don't it make you want to do that? Just wave your arms like gracefully in the air. Anyway, so once I added this vocal sample, which I didn't have to do any pitching to because I literally typed in vocal samples in C minor in Splice and they pulled it right up. I was like, alright, well, how about I add a synth to it that kind of complements the vocal sample? So then that's where I came up with this. Alright, let me play them together. Oh man. So for this sound, I'm also using Surge XT. You hear the quality of that sound? Ooh, I love that VST. So for here, I also didn't have to edit the sound. It was perfect the way it was. I just had to alter the volume once again. Okay. So let's hear it. Let's hear it all together. Just a little snippet. So we got the sample, we got the vocals, we got the bell, the synth, and the keys. Now I'll just start from here. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so like I said before, I like the stack sounds. It's just a me thing. And so I was like, alright, I got the synth, I got the vocals slash the choir. Let me put a lead up in there. So when I first heard the lead, I was like, yeah, I like this. This is perfect. I wanted to actually keep the whole thing, but those bass notes, they were clashing with the bass notes in the sample, so I had to chop it up. So I ended up just using the very first part and doubling it. Then do it again. And I was cool with that. I didn't do anything to this sample. I didn't add any effects or anything. I just turned it down just a hair. I'm still kind of conflicted with it, wondering if it's too much. But because I am who I am, I'm not gonna take it out. I like the stack sound. It's just what I like to do. I could turn it down though. Yeah, it was a tad bit too loud. At this point, I literally could be done with the music section and just got straight to the drums, but I wanted the beat to bounce. Like, I wanted the beat to make you make that stink face. And so I was like, I need some type of chant, some type of yeah, or you know, something like that. So I went in looking for it and I found it. And I only use it for the hook. That's it. It's not going all throughout the beat. I just literally only have it in this section. Alright, so you ever been making a beat before and because you keep listening to it, you start hearing things? Like, it's kind of like my ears were hallucinating. I know that made no sense, but I kept hearing the piano and I knew that it wasn't a piano. I knew it wasn't a piano. Like, and I meant like some type of ghost notes or something. I felt like I kept hearing it in the background, so I added it. Real simple, not really much going on, but it fulfilled what I was feeling or hearing or thought. It gave me what I was looking for. So on the piano, I turned it up and I added a delay on it. And these are all stock FL presets. A subtle delay too. Like you can't even really tell that it's there. Alright, so let's get into the drums. So for this beat, like I said, I wanted it to bounce. I wanted to have that bounce feel to it. Don't talk about me, y'all. So I was like, I gotta find some bouncy drums. But what is bouncy drums? So I just went into one of my packs that I have with just a bunch of random drum instruments that I've collected over the years, and I just started going through sounds until I found the drums that I liked. This is like one of my go-to 808s. Kick. a open hat. Let's see, hi-hat, shaker. It's also my go-to shaker. I like the stereo separation on this shaker. Let's see, my clap. It sounds like the clap on the this is how we do. Sound like that clap. Anyway, and my snare. On the drums, I did do a little bit. So on the 808, I just put a little EQ on it. I also did for the kick. The open hat, I put a reverb on it. See, it sounds really dry without it. Nothing on the shake. With a shaker. The clap, I put a little EQ on it. Whoa. I said clap really loud. The clap, I put a little EQ on it. Oh man, I think that's it. So it's funny, right? I said I wanted the music to bounce. I'm not gonna lie, listening to the drums by itself, it sounds like a click track for a gospel song. That's kind of the vibe it's giving me. But anyway, so let's get into the rest of the drums. So after I added the drums, I was like, man, I like the way that is sounding with the whole beat. And it's funny because I was gonna leave it like that, but I like for you to be able to hear the difference in between the hook or the chorus and the verse. So I was like, I need to add a kick, so I did. Cut the sample. All right, let's run that back real quick. And I kind of felt like that was good right there, like just having that without anything else. But I mean, what's drums without a hi-hat? So I added a hi-hat, threw some triplets on it. Just for the hook though. And then this is the verse. No hi-hat. Yeah, I mean, drums, I kept it pretty much real simple, other than the triplets on the hi-hat and the snare roll. I mean, it's still kind of simple to me, but it gave it some dynamics. What did I just undo? Okay. In the snare roll, let me show you that. We got drums. So I literally just changed the velocity of each note in the snare roll to give it that effect, to make it sound authentic, like it's a real snare. That's a little trick that YouTube taught me back in the day when I was still learning how to make beats. Okay, so I added the drums, I added the hi-hats. Literally I knew I was done at this point. But there was two things that I did want, because I didn't add any like actual effects to the beats. I didn't mess with the pitches or add any drops or nothing really. I kept it kind of simple, and so I felt like a crash would will add that twang to it, to it, which it did. So I added a crash, and that's a one shot I got from Splice, and then I added a riser, a build up, whatever you want to call it, going from the hook to the verse. And that was pretty much it. So I know y'all wondering, like, what is this at the bottom? If you hadn't already noticed, it's my producer tag. Everybody should have one. KG Production. I made that on my cell phone some years ago, me and my daughter, and it's stuck. Like it's gonna always be my producer tag. I do not put my tags in the beat like this. I put it once at the beginning or once at the end. It depends. But I just did this for YouTube purposes. Just had it straight through. It's supposed to help you, like help keep viewers from trying to steal your music, but I ain't really that concerned. I'm making a public video. But it's just a habit for me to do it anyway, so that's why that's there. Again, I really appreciate you guys for taking the time out to watch this video. This is my first one, so any likes, dislikes, any advice, drop it in the comments. Let me know. If you have any questions about anything specific, you want me to make a video about it, let me know. If you want to follow me in this journey, please subscribe. I'm going to continue to do this. I also got some other things that I'm working on. Like I don't know if I mentioned already, but I'm a musician. I play keys, drums, bass, kinda. But my main instrument is keys, and I know a lot of producers that don't play, they struggle with chords and chord progressions and stuff like that. So I'm ready to drop some loop packs with some chords and for different genres of music. So yeah, thank y'all so much, man. I hope y'all doing okay. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, follow me on my social media, follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook, my Twitter, and just keep a lookout. Hit that bell so you'll know when I post, and keep a lookout going forward so that you can stay in the loop with me. I appreciate y'all. Yo.